Hi there, and welcome to the Business Texting add-on training video. In this video, we'll walk through the Business Texting add-on and show you how to use it effectively inside Fuze and Forge. The Business Texting add-on is available for all Forge and Fuze clients and allows your agency to send and receive two-way text messages directly from the platform. We'll cover how the feature works, walk through the texting inbox, and review best practices to help you stay compliant while delivering a great client experience. So to start things off, what is business texting? Business texting allows your agency to communicate with clients through two-way SMS messages directly within your Fuze and Forge workspace. All text conversations are centralized in one inbox, making it easy for your team to manage communication, respond quickly, and keep a complete record of client interactions. Business texting is designed for conversational, one-to-one communication and can also be used in campaigns and web chat, not for mass marketing or high-frequency messaging. So to access the business texting inbox, you can navigate to business texting on the side menu here. It doesn't matter if you start off on the main Fuze client engagement dashboard or if you're starting off on the website dashboard. You can find texting just by navigating to the side menu and clicking texting right here. This inbox displays all active text conversations and allows you to send, receive, and manage messages from one central location. Please note that the business texting add-on is set up by our client success team on an add-on onboarding call, so some initial setup is required before you can access this inbox. If you did go through onboarding and you still can't see texting right here, please feel free to reach out to our client experience team. So before we dive into this dashboard here, let's just make sure that notifications are set up properly and where we can go to check that out. So to ensure timely responses, we recommend enabling notifications. Right up here at the top in this gear icon, you can click right here, go to all settings, and at the very top of the settings menu, go to My Profile. Right here, there are plenty of management roles, basic account information, but for today's video, we're going to go over to this notifications tab. There's also a bunch of notifications that you can set up in settings here, but we're just going to focus on texting notifications today. So you can receive and turn on browser notifications to receive real-time alerts when a new message arrives, as well as email notifications for unread texts or internal notes. We also have in-app notifications if you're in here and you receive a text, but browser and email notifications are probably going to be more popular for just your day-to-day. So browser notifications provide an alert on your desktop when a new text message is received. Instead of constantly checking your business texting inbox to see if text messages have come in, you can instead turn on your browser notifications and be notified of new text messages. To help you follow up with your contacts and colleagues in a timely manner, we'll send an email notification whenever a new text message or internal note goes unread for 5 minutes. So right here under this little drop down, you can determine the level of notifications you want to receive. So if you want to just be off on all texting notifications, you can receive only my messages or all messages, which means you will get a notification for every inbound and outbound text. All users associated with a conversation can expect to receive an email notification for unread text messages. These are users who have either taken part in the conversation previously or are listed as the account rep or producer on the associated account. So that's when only my messages would notify you via browser, email, or in-app notifications. If there are not yet any users associated with a conversation, perhaps a new text came in from a number not yet connected to an account, users with the manager role will receive an email notification about the unread texts. These notifications help your team stay responsive and avoid missing important client messages. So to check your role level to see if you're an agent or a manager, in the settings menu on the side, you can click on users, and you can see your full list of users, and here is where you'll check out the level, role level. So if you're a manager in the system, you will receive a notification on any unassigned text message. So if it doesn't have an account rep or producer to go to, if it's not a previously existing conversation with assignees, it will default to notifying the manager. And while we're here in the settings area, let's take a closer look at the texting feature within your settings. So if you scroll down on this side settings menu, click on settings, and you can take a look at the different options available settings-wise in here. You can see that they give you the ability to do things like set up office hours for your agency, create a chat widget to enable texting as a live chat feature on your website. More on that in just a moment. And enable call forwarding to ensure that you don't miss a chance to connect with a contact. We've made it easy to forward calls to another number in case someone tries to call your texting number, so you'll never miss any form of communication. So heading on back to the inbox. To manage text conversations, within the inbox, you can filter conversations to view all messages, only those assigned to you, or unread conversations. These filters help you stay organized and focus on the messages that need your attention. So you can toggle on what exactly you are looking for by these different filter parameters here, and of course, reset or apply as you see fit. Each text conversation can be assigned to a specific team member, making ownership and follow-up clear. So we discussed that in the notifications, but let's take a look at what that looks like in the inbox itself. So this first one coming in, this was a test text message from me, and I am connected in our agency management system in some way. So when I came into the system and I texted, my information is paired with my text because I exist over on the management system side of things. So you can see that I am associated with this contact details. If I wanted to view this account detail or change the associated contact, I can do that right here using these buttons. And I can also make sure that I am looking at the assignees. So who is going to receive notifications for this text conversation? In this case, here I am because I'm a manager and I will receive all texting notifications because I set my notifications to do that. But you can also see that the account rep and producer are looped into here as well. So each conversation could be assigned to a specific team member, making ownership and follow-up clear. And if a phone number is not already associated with a contact, as we discussed, the manager level users will be notified, and you can connect it to an existing contact to ensure communication is properly tracked. And you will need to do that within your management system. If this person does not yet exist, they are new, maybe they came in through a web chat, you'll want to set them up on the management system side of things, so that way that data can connect to what's here in this inbox. To keep your inbox clean, text conversations are automatically archived after 14 days of inactivity, but you can also manually archive conversations once they are complete, which is this button right up in here. If you receive an unwanted or irrelevant message, like let's do this number right here, you can mark the conversation as spam, which is this button right here. Once a number is marked as spam, no additional messages can be sent to that number from the system. One cool thing to note as well is for reporting and activity logging, text messages sent through campaigns include reporting so you can track delivery and success. And let me show you what that looks like. So if I check out a campaign that has a texting step, I'll go to marketing and custom campaigns. And I know that I added a little texting step in this commercial account review. So I'm going to view that. The text will be in this main sequence because this is a form and this is a follow-up to that form. But if I wanted to check out the text in the sequence, I would click on view and edit right here. And then here's my text. So I can check out the performance stats on this text, delivery rate, fail rate in this icon right here. If I click that, you can check out who this text has targeted and the fail rate percentage. So if any numbers are invalid and it just didn't get all the way through, you would be seeing that right here. But since this is not a live campaign, we don't have any data right here, but this is what you would go to look to see that information. If I wanted to turn off this message, I could disable this text message, duplicate it, or delete it. And if I wanted to view the whole text message, I can click on this little eyeball icon, make sure that it all makes sense, there's no grammatical errors. And if I wanted to edit the text, I would click on the pencil icon, type in my text up here, and I can also copy different merge fields. So that means this information in a merge field would be different for every client, like a client's first name, their active policy types, their account rep, their number of active policies. So there are a lot of merge fields in here, and they are AMS specific. One important benefit of business texting is that your text conversations can be written back to your agency management system, or AMS, helping you maintain a complete record of client communication. Depending on your agency management system, text conversations are logged as activities and can sync with your agency management system, providing a complete communication history. Just as a quick note, currently, business texting activity writebacks are supported for AMS 360, Hawksoft, and QQ Catalyst. When texting activity is synced, two types of activities may appear in your AMS. First is a messaging conversation. This is created when a user manually syncs a text conversation from the business texting inbox, right in here. Let's get out of here. This activity includes the full conversation history along with a link back to Fuse. Second option is messaging conversation archived. So when a conversation is archived, either automatically after 14 days of inactivity or manually by a user, it can also be written back to your AMS. This activity includes an AI-generated summary as well as the full text message thread, which is very useful to reference later on. It's important to note that activity syncing must be enabled in your integration settings, and the phone number must be connected to a contact for writebacks to occur. So if someone came in from a live chat from your website, they were a first-time texter in this case, and they weren't in your management system in any way, you would need to make sure that they are set up on the management system side for this writeback to occur. So this ensures your AMS stays up to date with meaningful client communication without requiring duplicate data entry. So let's talk again about using business texting in campaigns. So like I mentioned previously, business texting can also be used within Fuse campaigns. So let's pull up the example again of this commercial account review with a text. So when creating or editing a campaign, you can add SMS steps to send timely automated text messages, such as reminders or follow-ups. So in this account review, maybe I wanted to let people know to make sure that they're properly covered and that it's time to review the active policies that they have with us. Or maybe I just launched a welcome kit and I wanted to work in a text there, welcoming a client to my agency and giving them all of the need-to-know information if they ever needed to reach out to us. So like I mentioned previously, each SMS step can be edited, previewed, and tracked. Campaign statistics show whether messages were successfully sent or failed, like we talked about earlier, right here. And text messaging campaigns should be used intentionally and sparingly to support the overall client journey. So this is a pre-existing texting step, but I can show you just how easy it is to add an additional texting step to a campaign. Right here in this campaign is kind of the roadmap of what's going to happen, text and a couple of emails. But if I click here to add a step, right here I can add an SMS step. And of course, if you want to agree to the service agreement, when this loads, it'll look just like the other text. I can make edits and just make sure to apply edits if you ever make, of course, any edit to a campaign. But in this training, make sure to apply edits if you're adding a new text to any campaign. So that's texting on the Fuse side of things as it relates to campaigns. Let's talk about the website side for all of our Forge clients. So business texting also works seamlessly with web chat. So right over here, here's our demo website, and you can see here is our business texting as a live chat on our Forge website. So when a visitor sends a message through your website's chat widget right in here, the conversation flows directly into your business texting inbox. Here you can see right here that this was an incoming chat from the website. From there, your team can continue the conversation via text, ensuring quick follow-up with prospective or existing clients. If you have business texting and would like to enable it as the preferred web chat method on your Forge website, reach out to our client experience team and we are happy to help. So to talk about business texting settings and opt-outs, each office is assigned one business texting phone number. So your agency will just have one business texting inbox and one business texting number. And if you ever needed to remind yourself on what your phone number is for business texting, it is right here at the very top. And you definitely want to make sure that you are reminding clients what your textable number is, whether it be in a campaign or you can add it onto your Forge website as well, perhaps on your contact page. Depending on your setup, this number may support call forwarding, which is also very exciting to ensure that you don't miss any bit of communication. For texting opt-outs, text opt-outs are handled automatically. If a contact replies with keywords like stop, they are immediately unsubscribed from future text messages. Now let's just dive into some quick legal requirements and best practices. So for permission and consent, before sending any text message, you must have clear permission from the contact. Texting should always be relevant, expected, and related to an existing relationship. As far as frequency and timing goes, text messages should be sent infrequently and only when necessary. And a best practice is no more than one text message every 60 days unless there is an active conversation. Messages should only be sent during normal business hours as well. For message content, you want to make sure you're keeping your messages short, clear, and valuable, and avoid shortened links and unnecessary marketing language, and focus on communication that helps the client. Like I mentioned earlier, for opt-out compliance, opt-out requests are processed automatically through the system, and it's important to note that text opt-outs are separate from email opt-outs. A couple last things, something to avoid. You just want to make sure you're avoiding mass text blasts, there we go, promotional campaigns, or messaging for former clients without any consent. Carriers closely monitor SMS traffic, and non-compliant messaging can result in blocked or filtered messages. So to recap, the business texting add-on available all to Forge and Fuse clients helps your agency communicate faster while keeping conversations organized and compliant. You can use business texting for meaningful, permission-based communication and follow best practices and leverage campaigns and web chat when appropriate. For additional resources, be sure to visit our help center or reach out to our client experience team, and we'd be happy to assist. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.